Ykim, Lawlibrary with Ykim, coming to you live from Southside Jamaica, home where they grown at the earth. So now we got a guest again, Miss Evelyn. We're going to talk to her. We're going to have open dialogue. We're going to discuss a couple of issues. The phone that we used to call in is not available at this time. Next episode we'll have a phone with the call in. Miss Evelyn will be back. Any questions, any comments, anything concerned about it? You want to speak about it, we have a number for you. We post it up. You can call in and speak your piece. So right now we're going to hand it over to Miss Evelyn. Hey. Yay! All right, Miss Evelyn, what's up? How you doing?
I'm alright, and you?
What do it look like?
I'm not much.
Okay. How you feeling tonight?
I'm good.
All right, well, I feel blessed. You know, I'm blessed. I'm grateful to still alive. And we can do this episode. And it's all good. So, how you doing? Let's talk about it.
Okay.
Open dialogue. You know, I mentioned through Polo, and we originally was talking about a federal criminal case that you was going to be convicted. I looked at the paperwork, and I was like, I don't understand how this happened. And I was giving you information regarding the actual innocence claim. We go back in court, federal court, and make the claim actual innocent because the paperwork didn't line up. I don't know how the verdict sheet that they had checked was inconsistent. Correct. So we can start there. How do you feel about it?
I feel wrongfully done.
Okay, wrongfully convicted.
Right.
Right. But there's a large club wrongfully convicted
That I know.
African American people in Canada and the United States. You believe that? So talk to me. Talk to us. How did that happen?
The inconsistent verdict was during trial where during a certain verdict, the question was asked. There were two interrogatory questions that went along with the verdict question. And the two interrogatory questions stated that the government did not prove their case, but the overall verdict, they still say guilty. And it was that, so how do you come up with no and no, but you still say yes? So there was an inconsistency there that was supposed to be, they were supposed to go over and deliberate more on it, but the judge didn't order that. Right.
So the judge was not nowhere near trying to see justice being done?
I feel like that.
Okay. And what was the penalty? How, you want to suffer the consequences of that?
Overall, yes. Overall, it was from the 3 counts that were against me. For the first 2, running the stash house. The second one was possession of narcotics with intent to sell. And then the third one, the firearm, which the judge told them that for the first 2 verdicts, if they found me not guilty, to not even consider the gun. But where the inconsistent verdict came in on the possession of the drugs, being that it said yes, I was sentenced to 5 years mandatory for that.
And where did you do this 5 years?
I started, until sentencing, I was in MDC.
MDC downtown Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Metropolitan Detention Center.
Yes, and then once I got sentenced, I went to Hazleton in Virginia, West Virginia.
What was that like?
Out of all the prisons, that was the worst. That was the worst. And then I went to Oklahoma for transition. And then I did my last year or 2 in Danbury.
Danbury, Connecticut?
Yeah.
As a woman's term. And what was the difference between West Virginia and Danbury?
The first thing I can say, when I got to Danbury, the first phone call I made, I was like, Mom, the people here smile. They smile here, like they're actually happier.
Wait, what
here.
people?
The inmates were friendlier in Danbury. Danbury was a camp.
A camp?
Right.
Did you do the outside work? Or I think you got the works, highway cleanup type of
No,
program?
we were able to, all the jobs we had, we were basically free. Inmates drove the cars, the vans to pick us up, take us wherever our job
Oh, I
sites
could
were.
have never went there.
Yes, we had a lot of freedom there.
Okay, I could have never went there, doing my fellowship.
Yeah.
Put me behind the car, goddamn,
Yeah.
I'm not coming back.
They called Danbury Camp Cupcake. Camp Cupcake, and it definitely was sweet.
So, while you were there, did you notice any similarities, such as, was it a lot of black females, Hispanic females, compared to white or Caucasian women? Like, what was the majority of the population?
Definitely the blacks and the Spanish.
That was the majority of the
Yes.
population. So they treat y'all like they treat the men. So
Yes.
they target black and African American women.
Yes.
And even if you go back and look, which I actually read the paper, and I told you that there was a valid claim there with this inconsistent verdict. And more than likely, you wasn't the only one that was victimized by
Right.
the system.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And this is a part of the so-called war on drugs.
Something like that.
Y'all were victimized
Right.
and captive. They knew that verdict didn't add up.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody gave it that.
Mm-hmm.
And they sent you back to your son.
Make an example.
Wow. And how did that make you feel anyway?
Angry.
Oh, did you know about it during the course of the time?
What?
That something was wrong with the conviction?
Yeah. Just hearing it, I knew something was wrong. The judge said if you don't find her guilty of the first two charges, don't consider the gun charge.
Right.
And the first one, Stash House, came through and it said not guilty, so I'm getting excited because I felt like throughout the trial that they didn't prove their case either. Although I do notice strategies amongst the lawyers, but
Wait, what you mean? The lawyers was on the government side, or you feel like?
well, my first lawyer, my lawyer for my suppression hearing, I definitely feel like she was working with the prosecutors. But I just mean like a tactic I noticed that the prosecutors were doing that my lawyer did not do was keep repeating. He kept repeating things, even though it's not the truth. He kept repeating it, so it's like getting embedded in the juror's head. Where my lawyer just say it once and didn't even make sure you saw the picture or got the point that he was trying to make.
Didn't really put it. She didn't really try to put effort to drive his point home as much as the lawyer said.
Right. But he could have pointed out other things and more things that would have emphasized on it. And no, he didn't.
Did you say anything?
That's one of the, did he say anything?
No, did you say anything to the attorney? Like, yo, what are you going to say about time?
No, because that was something that aspect of the tactic I realized afterwards.
Okay.
When I was reading over my transcripts and stuff, and then I noticed it afterwards. But a lot of what went on during my trial and after, I let my lawyers convince me that I wasn't allowed to speak.
Wow.
Where and I'm a person who speaks up. Right. And even when and that's where I would mention I was going to say something, or he'd be like, no, you can't say that, you can't do that. And at the end of the day, yes, I could have, and yes, I should have.
So you feel you would have been in a better position had you known your rights before trial.
That's a fact.
Right?
That's a fact.
So here you have it, a live human being in person, a woman of color, telling you what you say in so many words is you need to know your rights way before you even step out there. That's the whole point of this show with the Lawlibrary. That's the whole point we're trying to convey to y'all is know your rights. That's the whole point. Because if you don't know your rights, then what they say is like, okay, I think that's right what they're saying when it's absolutely wrong. And
it can easily scare you, and then beyond that, it is so it's so important to know your rights and know certain things about the law, because you wouldn't even certain situations, you know how to say anything can happen. You might think, oh, you know, I'm a goody two shoe, or I do this, so I would never get in this predicament. But the slightest thing can have you facing any type of consequences legally, and
AKA prison.
right, and you would need to, and if you knew your rights or knew certain things, you would know, you know,
Right from wrong.
as far as in the legal system, right, what to say, what not to say, what to do, what not to do.
This is why, you know, when me and my brother, like I said, man, Lord be pleased with my brother T. This is why we came up with this concept, because we both was doing paralegal work, specifically criminal, and more specifically, federal post-conviction litigation. I'm a specialist in federal post-conviction litigation. TA was a specialist in New York State and other states throughout the United States, post-conviction litigation. We do pre-litigation as well. If we can catch a case early enough and we know, hey, listen, run this by your attorney and see what he say, or ask for this type of hearing, waive hearing, suppression hearing. You heard her say out of her mouth she asked for suppression hearing. By the way, suppression hearing is when you challenge the way that the police obtain the evidence that you were going to trial for in the first place. That makes a big difference because that can terminate the case right then and there. We have different ways that cases can be terminated through suppression hearing. You can check the validity of a search warrant. You can challenge the source of the information that grants causes a judge to grant a search warrant by putting a signature on it. You can even block out wiretap evidence if it's not obtained through the procedural process that's called due process of law. And that happens in any court. You're entitled to due process of law, state court, federal court, local criminal court, even in civil court. You're entitled to due process of law. That's in the Constitution. It's been there for hundreds of years. But most of us, people that look like me or look like her, dark skin, brown skin, black, brown, Hispanic, we don't know nothing. We're ignorant to the law. We didn't go to Yale, we didn't go to Harvard, we didn't go to Columbia, blase. But what I found out during the course of my federal sentence, after being in the hole for 4 years and trying to escape, that's a whole other story. Because me, like I said before, and I always tell you, I was buck ass wild, even while in custody. I didn't want to be there. And it didn't look like I was getting no justice, so I made my own justice. It didn't work, but I felt better. You know, police tied up on the bed, handcuffed, bleeding out their face or whatever. At that time, that was my state of mind. Bars was hacksaw, so the door was open, but couldn't get out the gate, unfortunately. So nevertheless, my point is that if you know the law and you read the same exact books that they read, it can't pull the wool over your eyes because you be like, yo, you trying to tell me that I can't challenge the wiretap evidence or I can't challenge the search that we here now challenging at the suppression hearing. This case says this right here. Now, what you talking about? You understand what I'm saying? Why we can't do this? Because according to this case, I didn't say it. This has been decided by a district judge, a panel of appellate judges, whether state or federal, and this is what they came up with. You know, you got a right to challenge the search warrant. You got a right to challenge the eavesdropping warrant. That's the one in the Title 3 for the form. So, you know, it's things that you need to know. If you're going to be in crime, you know, they say don't do the crime, don't do the time. I say don't do the crime if you can't do the time or you can't read. You know, because you need to know what's going on. If they give you a stack of papers, you got to read through that shit. You got to see what, wait, hold on. They said it was an ounce of such and such in apartment 3B on Tuesday. But wait, hold on. Tuesday I was at the casino in Atlantic City. What are you talking about? Who said this? Oh, we can't tell you. No, that's bullshit. I'm going to tell you the true story. And this is based on a real live gangster. His name is John Gotti. Bad motherfucker. John Gotti. Everybody in America, all around the world heard of John Gotti. The prosecutors in his case, one of his cases, wanted to close the courtroom to allow the snitch to testify what they call in safety. The United States District Judge that was over his case said, "Are you kidding me? The Constitution said this man has a right to public trial." Go on the Constitution, it's there. The right to a public trial. That means we're not locking no doors around here. Now, he wanted to play the role, I think it was the boy, Willie Boy, if I am mistaken. Not saying it's 100% lie or true. This is based on what's in his books. I read this in the book. So the boy, Willie Boy, I believe that's his name, snitch or whatever, wanted to testify against this guy at the time. And they wanted to close the door. The prosecutor said, "Oh, this guy is in danger, it's a safety issue." And the judge said, "Listen, it's a constitutional issue. You're not there doing you can't mistrial. This man is being denied his constitutional right to a public trial. So never allow anybody to just tell you anything if you're fighting for your life." So, having said that, what happened at the end of the suppression?
Well, at the end of the suppression hearing, obviously we didn't win the suppression hearing. That's why I went to trial. And yeah.
Got funky for me.
It was funky from the door. So even having to go to a suppression hearing.
Right. So you've been home for a while now. How's life on the free side?
I mean, of course, it's definitely better to be free, but you live and learn. Jail had its ups and downs. You know, it's all about life is 99% of how you react to it, and it's a struggle trying to maintain or get back to, you be trying to get back to where you left off at, and things aren't the same, opportunities aren't the same. Yeah, so.
Do you feel that record held you back, like
Definitely.
You experienced like denials of jobs,
Definitely.
things like that because of the criminal record? Did you actually notice it?
Yes.
Like you
I
recorded for a second interview and be like, "Oh wait."
Or you just see it in their face, and once you tell them, "Yeah, I was incarcerated," and then it becomes like "Oh man," and you were asking me so many questions, but now this is the end of the road right here. So yeah.
There's attempts right now being made. Well, it's a long
right
battle.
that they can't ask you and stuff.
Exactly. So we didn't get to that point yet. Some states probably do have it. I only live in New York, and I know that under corresponding congressional law, they are outwardly not allowed to use your past criminal history against you unless the type of job. I talked about this in one episode. Y'all go back and watch some of the old episodes of the Lawlibrary, and you'll see this. But they're not allowed to ask you certain things now, and that the record or what you was in. The only way they're really supposed to pay, let me correct myself, is that, in other words, let's say you go to jail for larceny, check writing. You're not getting no job at Chase or TD Bank or none of that. They're not going to hire you.
But even with gun charge or whatever, you're not, because I'm
gun
in a,
charge.
yeah.
How did that affect you? Go ahead.
Same thing. I'm in a construction union, and even jobs that they try to place me on, I can't do because I have a criminal record.
Okay. Now y'all hear this, right? I went through that same thing, and fortunately for me, and only because of my brother, I'm always talking about my brother, only because of TA and him working with the kids that I get involved with this. And what they told me was, we're hiring, we're looking for people like you.
No, construction. Even when I joined construction, yes, it was called the program that I got in through was called Minorities Worker Training Program. So whatever made you a minority, Black, Hispanic, being in prison, having a record, those are the people they wanted. But and so Right, so they were I was able to join the union. I didn't have a felony at that time, but there were people who had felonies that were able to join the union at that time. But it's just still certain jobs that the union gets that you're not allowed to go.
Okay. Now, I'm glad we brought that point up. And now, this is something for Peanut Gallery, anybody can join in. My director can join in on this. And I'm going to say this here, this is America, the First Amendment give me the right to free speech, and I don't give a F what nobody thinks. But here it is. A lot of people right now, we in a time, we in an election year, right? We have a black female running for president. And we also have, what they call them, the orange man?
I don't know.
DT, right? Donald Trump. Donald Trump been convicted, he got 34 felony convictions. And everybody, their mom say, oh, how you running for president? How can he be the president? He's a convicted felon, he's a convicted felon. I just want to let y'all know. I don't get into that argument when I hear people at work, when I hear people at school, I go to school at night, I'm hearing people everywhere talking about it. And I get the soreness, I get that it rubs a sore spot, like how can this white man be convicted of 34 different charges, different crimes, and still run for president? I just want you to know, I want y'all to know, everybody within the sound of my voice, right? Being a convicted felon does not bar you. There's nothing in the Constitution that bars you from running for president. It's not a requirement. A clean record is not a requirement to run for president. It's in the Constitution. That's not one of the requirements. So, he can run all he wants. Now, if y'all knuckleheads roll him back in office, then that's on you. But, because I've never known a president that has actually done anything other than President Barack Obama, he went further penitentiary and visited and heard the horror stories with the crack and the powder, and he did what he did to lower the ratio. And then the same dude, Donald Trump, came and copied what he did, his legislation, with the First Step Act. But President Barack Obama made that change. He made that change. He changed the guidelines. He actually did something about it. He granted more than 2,000 pardons. Clemency to over 2,000 people. You say, yo, what did he do? He didn't do shit for the black people. That's absolutely wrong. Good families now have their mother and fathers back. But my point is, there's nothing in the Constitution that bars Donald Trump from running for president. I just want y'all to know that. All right, so back to this. How do you feel about it? Could you run for president? You think you could run for president?
I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to. I have a big problem with the government. So,
everybody convicted.
Right.
Federal offense got a problem.
Right. And so even when it comes to those certain politics, either I just don't get into it, or because at the end of the day, even whoever we vote for, that's just the face. It's the judicial system and executive branch, and the president is just the forefront. He's just the puppet in the front. It's those in the back that's really. So when you're voting for what president, it really doesn't matter what they're saying. It's what the government already has, an agenda that's going to take place. So what they want to happen is what's going to happen, not what the president signs off on or puts in for.
I agree with that. Do I hear somebody saying there's a side comment? Is there anything you want to say?
Nah, like this topic I don't like to touch, man.
Right.
I don't.
Why are people scared to talk about
No, because that's what you know what it is. You know what it is? It's just different opinions being shared. Because what happens is we all strongly have our different opinions when it comes to this. Like I don't believe in voting.
Are you voting? You don't vote. Why?
Listen, the choice already been made. They just make us feel like we're part of the transition, but they gonna make the final decision, and they have nothing to do with us. They know. Obama was planning, and that was something for us to, we got a black president. That shit was never for us. It was just to distract us. Come on, man.
Distract us from what?
Like I said, well, I don't like to get into the topic because there's a lot that I see. Okay, one, you just sat up here and said Trump didn't do nothing for us. So I'm not gonna get into the topic,
Right.
but
Did I say that?
yeah, you said
I said people say
you said
Obama didn't do nothing.
you said Obama, right? But you was referring
what
to
I
like
said.
Trump didn't. Trump did more for us than Obama.
Trump is a crook. He let that
But
money
the whole
go.
government
He
is
let
a
that
crook.
money go.
I feel like he's exposed.
He let
He
that money
exposed
go.
what the government.
Huh?
He
The
let us
people-
know in our face. He's showing us
Right.
why y'all listening to these people when look what I could get away with.
Yo,
Right against they
why
all
not?
doing it. I'm just the one.
And he's painting the picture.
right. He put it out there for you to see,
He
and we
painted the picture. At
still.
the end of that picture, when they finally painted it, it ain't gonna look like nobody in this room right here. So he can paint the picture all he want. It ain't gonna look like
No,
that.
but y'all paint it, like I said, he exposed. The same way the government do things right in our face and nobody does anything about it, it's the same thing. Look at all the things Donald Trump has gotten away with. But he's doing it and he's like throwing it back in the government's face because like
He's bipolar. What's he expect?
No,
Right.
but you know what? Like what Evelyn was just saying, right? They got somebody. See, this is what you know. What I respect?
What?
I respect people that's been in different fields of life
Yeah.
and then get done dirty and then reveal what they went through. We had a Navy SEAL in SEAL 8, Navy SEAL. You know what I mean? They for the government.
Okay.
This man said, and he got a platform, I'm seeing his platform, I can't think of it right now. He said on his platform, he said, you know what hurt the most? He said, what hurt the most is my grands have grands. My grands have kids, right? And I went and fought for the country for all these years of taking my family to find out I was lied to the whole time. I was fighting things that wasn't even making sense. It wasn't even for us to be fighting. But they had us fighting. I just happened to live. You know how many people died though? For nothing. Maybe Silver's on this.
So what you think?
My point is this. My point is this. It's dirty. You can't tell me why our army exists. Why do the army exist? What we fighting for? For us to go.
Tupac said they got money for war but can't feed the poor.
Right.
Talk your shit, man.
Like
Come on, man. And you know what I respect about Jay-Z?
They ain't trying to feed the poor.
No, but
right.
that's what I'm saying.
And our tax dollars is the one supporting it.
Yeah.
I went to prison as a taxpayer, and I'm in prison like this is what we pay for, or this is what like you could have really found something way better to do with me individually, as a system of rehabilitation, because that's what it's supposed to right. But if this is what it's supposed to be or whatever, that even for what the crime and the consequence was, the person I was, you could have found a better way to punish me or utilize my entity. I was a foster parent. I've been on my own since 17. I've been on my own since 14. Had my own crib since 17. I don't have children, but I took care of foster children. I've worked since I was 20. I've been working since I was 16, but I've been in the union since I was 20. You was better off in the crime. I didn't hurt anybody. I didn't do nothing. I didn't kill nobody. I just got caught up. I could have been doing community service, still helping others. You could have been garnishing part of my paycheck versus just putting me in a place where I'm not utilizing no brain skills, no physical skills. I'm eating, sleeping, and all these things for free, per se, on a tax dollar. Like it's just the things that the government chooses to support and don't support. It's like.
See, this is the thing. How do we feel, right? When you see the little 2-year-old that don't know nothing about nothing, but she's fighting for her life because she's diagnosed with cancer, right? And then dies, right? And then you look at something like that, and we go to the religion of the Most High knows best, and this and third. But you got some people that's going through it and have to live through it, have a different mindset, like fuck God, it can't be. My baby innocent. Woo. And then that goes on and it travels. Because what like F said, when you speak negative around the ones you love, they pick up the pen and it carries out. That's why when you got the white little boy saying nigger, he heard it from his parents. And it follows on. You know what I'm saying? So then it becomes a bad habit. So now when the little guy grows up and says the wrong person and he kills his ass, what happens? and we were going to cry, oh, he just said nigga. But you got somebody that feel like their family went through that shit for decades and y'all took everything from us. So I'm not going to take the word nigga lightly. So what happens is this, we take that word to this day. Let somebody come in and say nigga, and we use it every day on each other. But I'm saying, majority of the people use the word nigga on each other. Let somebody else come out of the culture and say, we ready to attack them. Why?
Well, that's back
An excuse to be angry.
Boom.
An excuse to react.
Boom.
Okay, but that's the same thinking that I was using as an analogy right now to the two little black boys killing each other. It's bad when the police do it, but when two looking like people do it, nobody says nothing. So it's the same thing. The world is all twisted.
And even though nobody says anything, though, does it still make it right?
No, it doesn't make
You know,
it right.
it's still a bad act. It's still something wrong happening.
Do you believe this, Rob?
Okay, so
Can I say this the last thing?
Yeah,
Do you believe this, right? We can all agree to this. There's crooks everywhere, correct? Can we agree to that?
crooks.
Crooks everywhere,
Yeah.
right? Watch, you got doctors killing patients. They got this is
You
documented.
got doctors throwing people's finger away. Yeah.
Yeah, you got a real situation. This
Right.
should go.
Right.
Nah,
Right.
that's not funny, but
No, that
but-
motherfucker too much shit got it. I'm sitting there waiting for him to put it
That's
back
right.
on,
Why?
and this joke gonna tell me it's biological waste. I said, hold up, wait. If you don't get
My whole finger was gone.
I'm gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. Go ahead. What you said? Go ahead. What you said?
Yo, but no funny. Wow, listen to this though, and I want you to just. This is what I do. I think outside the box,
I
right?
see that.
So my thing is this, right?
Yeah.
Once you learn the system, what you're supposed to do is work around it and make sure you and your family are safe. Because you can't change it. Because it's something that you can't go against the machine. Because they can shut you. They can shut you out quicker than you can shut them. Because it's just you going against the machine. Right, you're not going against that. So my point is this, right? People utilize what they're doing, right? What do funeral homes do? They know that this is the last thing you can do for your loved one. Most people will go all the way out. Once you go, that's nothing. But you will spend $20 to $30 on a funeral. But why?
Or not that you're gonna go all the way out, but everyone's gonna die.
Absolutely.
So you have to come here. This is a place you're gonna have to make a stop at. And so, being that you have to, now they want to capitalize on it.
But you know what, Evan? Just what you just said, right? And you know what I experienced why in my lifetime? When the family didn't have it, the funeral home go to association, they want that bread. They're not negotiating nothing. Why not? Why not? Because they know this so once you learn the system, you can work against it and know that you have to just know how to work around it. At the end of the day, we won't get guns, we won't kill each other, we won't do all this, we gotta get sick. Everybody gotta eat. And once you look at it that way, you feel a little more like, okay, I see what's going on. So now, how do I avoid the system? How do I avoid this? And then you gotta start thinking logic and making it make sense. Right now, if you put yourself in a situation, you can't get mad at nobody. Respectfully, I had a young lady that did a podcast in the office, went, and the podcast was the title in the office was Fuck the Police. She went and hit a cop that night. Killed the cop. Do you know that young lady is mad at me? She mad at me? She blew trial. They gave her 43 years. She mad at me.
I don't know why.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Told her mother to tell her to plead guilty.
What Evelyn just said. Some people just want to point the finger. I offered this young lady to let me take you home 3 times. 3 times, right? Now she's there and blew trial and send me the most filthiest letter you could send somebody. You understand? Right. So my thing is, life, you got to take accountability for your actions.
Of course, right.
But we don't. And that's why the world
we talk to her family, right?
Yeah. She mad at me right now. They
Right.
got 43 years.
I spoke to her family.
She blew trial 2 months ago. 43 years. She sent me the 30 years later to receive. Right. And guess what? I gave her a platform. I gave her a platform to do what she wants.
But you know what? Jail has a way of bringing things out of people too. So again, every individual is different. It's Some people learn faster than others. Some people, you know, it's all a give and take type of situation. When I went in, I literally cried. My first 9 months, I cried all day, every day. And it wasn't until I actually was able to say, I'm more like, oh, my co-defendant, he did this to me, it's him, you know, I'm angry. The minute I let it go, or said I forgive him, or rather took accountability for the parts that I did play, I did the rest of my bid in a more peaceful way. That hurt wasn't there. I didn't cry. I cried every day until the day I actually could say, you know what, I still love my co-defendant. I actually care about him. He's a kid. Some people don't know no better. You know, it's what society has.
Do your co-defendant love you?
I don't know. I don't think so.
That's not important, but you.
But that's not love. Right. If I only love you because you love me.
Right. No. What I'm saying is sometimes we get into. Okay, I had to learn something too, right? I used to pour into people that wasn't doing nothing for me.
That's all I ever did.
You did what?
I used to pour into people that wasn't doing nothing.
That's what I did to my
So watch this. You just said, I love him, and it ain't important if you love me back. It is important. You know why? Because what this is have to do. If it ain't that being reciprocated, you have to let that go.
No, right. I'm right. But right, whether he loves me or not does not make or break me.
Right.
So you know what I mean? I'm not gonna. Oh no, him. So no, hell no, I hate him. No,
right.
I'm being true with myself.
True to God. That's right.
So that's so cool. So crying for 9 months straight. Did you ever have any toilet paper?
Yeah.
And I mean, like you blowing your nose and shit.
I find a way. So
crying is what I'm saying.
It hit a point. Well, I use my shirt.
Oh, see, that's
my
right.
pillow. My pillows was wet.
Okay, that's what
I used to be under the sheet just crying in the window.
Yeah.
Well, the supposed window.
You were talking about suicide?
No.
I don't think about
And the crazy part, yes, they do. My friend committed suicide while I was in there.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You threw me off with that
You
one.
was able to wash the clothes though, right? I know
Huh?
kids wash the clothes.
I ain't gonna wash. They was gonna be too
So
clean.
y'all know kids around the code.
9 months of crying, boy.
No, I literally cried every day.
Yeah.
Every day, 9 months straight. Not all day, but the minute I had to take a shower, the minute I had to eat, the minute I had to make a
Hold on,
phone
you was
call.
crying in the shower too?
Yeah, I was crying in the shower.
Yo, you know, Ykim, correct me if I'm wrong, right?
Yeah, but then.
You have the truth in movies, you know that, right? There's
Truth
always
what?
the truth in movies. Movies.
Yeah, but it comes
Yeah,
from the door somewhere.
So, just think, Denzel made Training Day, and that's how he got his first reward for Training Day, being a crooked cop, right?
Right.
Somebody told me this recently. He says, guess what? If I become a cop as a career, but I was always a crook, I'm just the same person. I'm just getting paid for my crooked ways. And you're a crook that's notified and noted in because you got arrested multiple times and I didn't. Who they gonna look at and take their belief before? They're gonna be the cops. And you got cops that come in crooked.
Some of the COs used to say to us, like, the only thing that make you different than me is you got caught.
Period.
The COs used to say that.
Okay. Well, all that's true.
Right.
That's true. Some people wait till they get behind the badge to start acting up.
That's a
Deliberately. Waiting. I'm waiting. Y'all going out tonight, stealing cars. I'm not doing shit. I'm going to school and graduate. And then when I graduate, I'm going to law enforcement. Somewhere, I'm going to be able to come up.
Well, I don't know.
I haven't said that. Right.
There's many things for what it is. Why? Because like I say, you know, there's certain things that won't change, right? People have to get out here and try to support their families, right? Because guess what? That's what you're supposed to do as a responsible adult. Get out there and take care of your family. Well, watch this. You know, bust your ass your whole life, right? And you retire at 70. You're not spending all that pension money. You're out of it. You might not got another 20. Feel me? But you got the work. It's still modern day slavery.
But there's no question about that. And that's why a lot of people turn to crime. And I like I say on my show, I always keep it on myself. When you are young and you growing up and you seeing I came from a two-parent household, right? So we always had two parents, right? Always was there. So now we seen it, I'm like, no, wait. Aches and pains, moaning, groaning, up in the morning, grinding. During that time, mid to late 70s, people would say, well, look at this dude right here with the Cadillac, he got the girls, he got the children. So it was the materialistic stuff that was the first light that took you off the path of righteousness, right? I don't want to do that. I don't want to be broke down. Why do I gotta wait back then until I'm 65 till I don't have to go to work and I get a few dollars every month? I'm not doing that time. I'm out here to get this, get that, knock that off, throw the bread under the bed, and I'm done by whenever the work run out. But people that stop when the work run out, they went and got more work. And then it came where you get caught. So now, did crime really pay? Yes, crime does pay, but it doesn't pay for the criminal.
Wait.
No, I mean,
You
I
ain't
guess you
catch
could
that?
say it like that,
I don't
but,
catch that.
right,
Let
and
me
it's
run it
more
back.
of,
You gotta explain that, why? Because you just said
Let
that,
him go
like,
first and I'll explain to you.
no, I was just saying that, all, you said crime,
Does pay,
does
but
pay.
not for the criminal.
It depends. It
You know,
depends on what,
money.
it depends because, I don't know how much I could say or not say, and I just mean, no, but I mean as far as incriminating myself anyway.
Don't
Right.
do it on myself.
Exactly, so,
I'm
but,
not going to jail with you.
um,
I ain't telling you, I'm just not going to.
right, so, but the point of where I'm gearing towards is that, okay, like a situation where you might be, I know a situation where someone was selling drugs and,
That situation.
right. A situation where someone's selling drugs, and this is what they're doing or whatever the case may be. But then they started working and stuff like that or whatever. And long story short, their home got raided. And when it got raided, the police destroyed everything. And the person was so mad because it was like, that was my hard, I went to work and paid for that, And even if it was that I sold drugs and paid for that, I still worked for it and you destroyed everything. And the fact that you were able to come in and destroy everything and it's nothing I can say or do about it.
That's what they do.
Right. Is it worth it? No. If I could take a loss like that and nobody has to answer for it, this is, because now I'm working backwards. Because now I gotta buy all this stuff all over again.
Stop right there. I gotta cut you off. You know why? Because she just answered your question.
what?
The question was, you said, what do I mean by crime pays, just not for the criminal?
That was that.
Right. Huh?
Swim.
I'm explaining. She just did. Because she said when they came and raided, do it or person, whoever it was, whatever.
When they raided, they lost everything, a lot.
Right. And then they had to rebuild afterwards, right? So, how crime doesn't pay, and I always keep the focus on me, how crime doesn't pay. I went to prison allegedly for sale and possession of intent to distribute 40 kilos of cocaine. At that time, you could get $40,000 per kilo, right? So now, everything's nice, place here, place there, going here, going there, hanging out in Vegas. I got 15 years for selling my wife at that time. $2,500 from the Mirage Hotel, from Western Union. That was money laundering. I'm like, yo, do you see all these one-armed bandits, these dice tables and these roulette tables? You trying to tell me that I couldn't have a couple $1,000 and send my little rent money home? It had to be drug money. I had to be guilty to money laundering for sending $2,500 back home. Oh, because it went over the wires. It went over the wires. Western Union. That was money laundering. So crime didn't pay that, right? I paid for that. The boy got arrested. Where you get it from? Y'all messing with my co-defendant? I'll take that. I got it from Ykim. Where's Ykim now? In federal prison. How did crime pay? 40 times 40 is what? That's a lot of money, right? So now, what do I get out of that? I got a fucking cell in Pennsylvania somewhere, Lewisburg somewhere. Matter of fact, I didn't get a cell where everybody else. I got a cell underneath the jail. My cell was under the jail. The little local jails, they got the little death rows in the southern states. You know, the southern states, they got people on death row, but they also got dangerous criminals in half the cell.
Oh, why can't?
So how the fuck did crime pay?
Respectfully?
How did that pay?
Respectfully.
I paid for that.
I love you paying for real, respectfully.
Yeah, so how
Shit
did
don't
it
make no sense to me.
pay? It don't. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, if that's what you're trying to tell me, I get it, because I said it before you said it.
Right, but you know who did get paid?
Because you said she explained it, and I was lost.
When she said how the police raided and tore the person's shit up.
I get what you're trying to say,
It's
but
the same thing.
I still feel like it doesn't
Makes sense.
add up to that because
In my
I
case,
could have
I
chose,
think-
or the person could have chose to go back and still sell drugs and get the things
Yeah.
back or whatever the case may be. So
Okay.
at the, and they would have got it back quicker than actually going to a job
Right.
and working for it.
So they still have to go to work, right?
No, that's a choice. Those
How
are
do you-
personal. When you get up every day, the first step you make, and therefore after, those are personal choices.
Facts.
You
Right.
choose to keep
No, I'm
going
talking
forward.
about using that scenario.
Right,
I
even
mean,
in
what
that-
y'all going situation?
Uh-huh.
Get me back to this situation.
Okay.
So using that situation,
Yeah.
the Popo came, tore his shit up. How did he invest? So he didn't go back to hustling, right? Or they
No.
didn't go. They went to work, right?
Mhm.
Crime doesn't pay. You still wind up going to work.
No, but you said,
I'm telling you, it
Crime-
doesn't pay for the
crime-
criminal. I'm talking about the
right, you said it doesn't pay for criminal.
It paid for. I'm gonna tell you who gets paid off crime. The arresting officer, the court officer, the court marshal, the marshal.
But that's what we
Wait,
said.
let me finish. The stenographer in the courtroom, the clerk, the judge's clerk. Marty, give me that boy photo over there, please. Right here. The court clerk is downstairs in front at the courthouse. Hey, I'm coming to court for Willie Smith. Can you tell me what courtroom he's in? Oh wait, what Willie Smith? We got 10 Willie Smiths. Willie E. Smith. Oh, Willie E. Smith. He's not at this building. He's at where was that? 225 Cabinet Plaza.
Right.
So he got paid. The broad behind the counter didn't even know what she was talking about, right? But she gets paid, right? The one who's driving you from the jail to the courthouse, wait for you, 5 o'clock court is over, going back, MDC Brooklyn, MCC Manhattan, MDC Chicago, MDC LA, MDC Hawaii, they get paid. What you got? Striped jumpsuit, shackles, leg shackles, and you get a phone call, hey, could you send $20 for counseling? So crime don't pay for the criminal, bro. It pays for the...
I get what you're saying, bro, but you know
I
what?
don't know how you gonna debate that.
No, I'm about to tell you now. I'm about to
Here we
tell
go
you
with
now.
another situation.
Nah, it's not another situation, because watch this.
Do you get it before he starts?
I bet you she was not.
That crime don't pay for the criminal?
See, when you say that, right?
Yeah.
And actually, it does pay for the criminal.
I'm about to tell you.
Because now I done went to jail and I'm eating, I'm sleeping,
Boom.
I'm being taken care
I'm
of in
sheltered.
prison.
I got a shelter. I got a roof on my
The
head.
struggle ain't even as hard
Yo.
as it was outside as it is in prison.
Let me tell you something. I wouldn't give a fuck with 40 keys or 40 apples on the side of the conduit, 3 for a quarter. I'd rather keep my freedom Y'all got free heat, you
Of
got
course
free
you-
food.
you
I'm not
rather-
going to the mess off
No,
with
but
chicken
You
on
rather
Friday.
keep your
Right,
freedom.
yeah,
There's
so-
people who
so-
rather be in prison.
Motherfucker,
Oh,
right.
There's
that's it.
people who
Okay.
are comfortable
Yes.
in prison.
Okay.
Yes.
There were
Yes,
people.
that's very true.
That's a
true.
fact.
No, that's very true. True
Oh,
fact,
yes,
true
yes,
fact.
that's a
Same,
fact.
same thing. Well, guess what? I
Yeah.
ain't one of them.
Right, but regardless,
That's right.
the crime did pay.
But
Some
why?
people commit little crimes just to go back to
I swear to
prison.
God, on God.
So the
Okay.
crime did pay.
I need more
For the
pay
cr-
than I'm working on.
You.
No, but I see what you were saying, Robert. That's
I'm
why.
working on it.
But Evelyn just closed the deal for me. Because you got some people that do shit to go to jail.
Some people can't get that. Some people can't even get that in the street. They giving immigrants thousands and thousands of dollars right now, and there's people who can't even pay their rent and can't get no assistance.
You're right.
No, it's the same
You're right.
thing. That you're
I
out here
agree.
selling drugs and things like that because it's harder for you to get a job or harder for you to do things. But when you go to prison, you have it easier.
It's a fact. Wow.
Yeah, you're dealing with these extra stresses, but some people learn to cope.
Let me tell you something. I ain't running across country carrying no suitcases.
You're not.
You're not, Robert.
You're
Because
not.
I could have put a sign on my head.
You're not.
It said, "Stop me, stop me."
You're not. But how many people in this world today? And then I'm gonna tell you some of the mentality of I've taken care of myself forever. But when I came home from prison,
Yes.
some of the things was it was easy inside. Or I didn't have
Did
it
you
kind of
wanna go
enabled
back?
me. Of course not.
Oh,
Well,
okay,
to some
okay.
reasons I wanted to go back. Not that I wanted to go back, but I wanted to be with the people that I was in there with.
You know what I said when I left?
Of
Man,
course.
fuck them people.
No.
You know what,
Build
Robert?
some of the closest
I-
bonds.
you
It's
can't-
different maybe for men, but for the women, but
Yeah.
You know what, Robert?
holidays and things like that, it's not even my family I want to be with. It's the people I was inside with.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, that's
The
real.
people that you want to be inside with, you tell
Not that I wanted to be inside with,
I'm
we
just-
were inside and we ended up sharing and relating and building different and closer bonds because of the state we're in. That now, when I go home, these people ain't never been in jail. They can't relate to what I was going through, how many nights I cried and the things, but the people that was in there with me, they can. And that's where I feel more comfortable around. Because we were in that vulnerable state together.
Yeah.
We were in that open. We were open with each other. Here, outside the world, it's a bigger facade.
I'm gonna tell you something.
That's crazy that you said that. You know why I said that?
Right.
It's crazy that you said that because it's fucked up. She had to go through that situation, right? But it might have been an open her eyes to other things
It did.
around her, and that be the bigger blessing. I mean, and
Okay.
I watched a movie where this guy was stuck, and nobody was there to save him. Nobody was there. He was all the way in the desert and fell between two mountain cliffs and couldn't. Nobody was there to save him.
That's the dude that was, he survived like 40-some days drinking his own piss and all that stuff.
No, well, I remember that one. Nah, not that one, right? The dude had a book. Yeah, the dude had a book bag. He shoved his shoulder in to get that book bag, to get a knife to cut his arm so he could fall. My point is to say, sometimes, right, you got to lose to win again. But at the end of the day, when you lose to win again, my thing is, I don't have to keep repeating it. I need one time, and I'm going from there. And my point is, you got people that take that with life. Like, okay, she done went to jail. She done came home on another frequency.
Sure did.
So now you think she gonna go back to that? She gonna be able to pick out who's who, just because she went through that thing.
Right.
So
Okay.
that's why I say, when this comes to life, I don't point fingers, and I don't really share my opinion on people's situations.
Well,
I don't.
I'm gonna tell you this, man, and y'all talking about situations. Everybody's experience is different.
Yes, sir. There we
That's
go.
it.
I
You're
recognize
right.
that.
That was my point.
Believe me, but
And I think men had it harder than women. I think men have it harder than the women in prison. I believe that.
this is what I learned. Shut the fuck up. Don't start no bonds with nobody you know, because you know what? That be the same joker when they call you cracking yourself 4 o'clock in the morning that gave you a whole new case.
You see, with the men
You understand?
deal with testosterone, territorial stuff. Y'all go through different things in prison. When the officers used to come back and tell us things, especially like if we were locked down because the men went through something, and they be telling us what was going on in the men's jail. The girls, we don't even fight. They fight, but they're more catty. They're Oh, they're complaining about not having French vanilla creamer on commissary versus this one is a pedophile and sleeping in the same room as me.
Well, goddamn, you should have told me that's what they had. French vanilla cream. I would have went back for that shit too. Wait, in coffee?
Our
In the
creamer,
morning at the table?
no, our creamer before of
The
commissary.
creamer.
Yes,
I
plain
know,
or
man.
He
French
know what you
vanilla.
said. He don't
I'd
stop.
have went back for that motherfucking coffee there, boy. That shit was good as a motherfucker.
stop, man.
You gotta
He don't
be
stop.
kidding me.
Wow, but you know what?
No,
Okay.
it's a different experience for everybody.
Wow.
I personally didn't want to be there. I might
I
have
didn't
been.
either. I didn't either.
Right, so I did my best effort. I'm really having bad houses. I did my best effort to try to get up out of there. I tried hacksaws, I tried kidnapping, I tried taking keys, I tried all that
But
shit.
you caught more charges.
But I had a crew. Now that was a good wrong. Because dudes from other states was like, yo, don't even sweat that. Go ahead and handle your shit.
See, so it's cool to get cool with people.
But I still wind up having to admit to that shit on the federal level.
Okay.
As a part of the plea, like, yo, you're not just getting away with that. These motherfuckers ain't saying nothing, but you're going to say something. What I'm saying, we guilty and say you did it, or we gonna flip them motherfuckers on you. Okay, I did it. I pled guilty. When you plead guilty, you tell on yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Well, who was with you? Nobody was with me. I was by myself. Who wrote the actual blame? I did. Well, who kidnapped the officer? I did. Well, who put the handcuffs and kicked him in the face and started him out? I did. Well, who was with you? I was. What parts you keep missing?
No, they don't put you in the psych ward.
Yeah,
That's what's going to happen.
I did that already. I went to Butler, North Carolina, because they said, this motherfucker's crazy.
Yeah. Wow, but I really think you. Wow.
They got a jail in Butler. Now y'all making me laugh. Hold on. This is no bullshit. They got a jail in Butler, North Carolina, that they send you. The judge said, something's wrong with you. I said, yeah, I'm in your courtroom. What the fuck? What more do you need? He said, we need an evaluation. Send him to Butler. Butler will strip you butt-ass naked, put you in a cell with nothing but glass. And you run around butt naked. And I'm like,
Put you in the cell with glass? Like nothing but.
it's not bars, it's observation.
Oh, okay.
So they looking at you like, what the fuck you looking at? That's what y'all sent me here for, that you heard about it? All right then. So, they're like, did you change your mind? I said, change my mind about what? I like to change my clothes. I like to put something on because I'm butt naked right now. But, you know, yeah.
You know what, Wado?
I ain't telling them no, right?
On a real serious note,
Take my
right?
time.
You see how we sitting here and we talking just on a different topic of the situation.
I don't
But-
want to go back. I don't
but-
give a fuck what they got to offer.
See how you say you don't want to go back, right? But situations sometimes happen, and sometimes be out of your hands,
Yeah.
right? But it also goes with we accept in our lives. You understand? That's why I tell anybody, man. I respected that movie. What was that movie? They said, "Yo, Tay, let me have the car. Let me have the car," because everybody. I forgot what was that. Boys in the Hood. When he said, "Let me have the car." They was
Oh,
about
the
to go
dude that was
kill
going-
him.
Yeah.
And he said,
Okay.
"Nah, let me have the car." We need more people that can stand tall on who they are, was trying to prove of being a tough guy, or being a thug, or
Right.
going against it.
Right.
Those titles mean nothing. Because all them titles folded in this world. Every last one of them titles. I know gangsters that folded.
Right.
I know thugs that folded. I know tough niggas that folded.
Yeah.
So what we doing? So that's why I
Waste
say
of
we gotta
time.
rebuild ourselves. Bro, when niggas talk to, that's why I get a nigga told me recently, why? Yo, Lord, man, you see, wow, I'm gonna tell you something. You see how them dudes greet me?
Yeah, I was reading down there.
Did you see? They
Yeah.
gangsters though, right? They
Right.
do a lot of shit, right? They try to greet me. Yo, wow, we was doing a podcast with somebody, this real life, and this dude was about to turn up. He was about to turn up. When he see me, why? You know what he did? Greeted me like, yo, Lo, what's up? You don't have to tell your story. They're gonna tell it for you. You just seen how they greet you?
Yeah.
It was respect, Bob.
Right.
And guess what? I don't talk that gangster shit. I don't do
Right.
that. So
Everybody stay in their lane.
my thing is how you carry it.
Right, stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane, Bob.
Right, I agree.
And I could say, Bob, for real, like, well respected. I mean, and it don't mean that I was shooting, killing, and then and
Right.
even if I
That's what I'm
was,
doing, yeah.
even if I was, it won't be
Right.
something you won't hear from me.
Right,
But I get off when we can go out and go places and get love.
right.
Because why? You know what? Most of the time, 99% of the time, I'm giving out love. Let me tell you something. Word of mother. I don't know if she remember this. When I first met Evelyn, I said, you know how I get to this place of confidence and not trusting people like yourself. I told her that. She probably was looking at me like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? Like, you don't know me. She didn't feel no way about it. Shit, I get what you're saying. Word of mother. I got love in my heart for her. She called me. We don't have to speak every day. She called me. It's like we never left her. She here tonight. That's genuine. That's how I give off the love, right? And I want it back. But my point is, you don't have to go so. People go hard today to try to prove themselves. Sometimes you can just let it flow like water. If it's meant, it's gonna flow. And I got love in my heart for her. And yo, why? I met her from Kareem. I met her to do a porn site, like a porn shoot in her crib. That's how we met. You understand? So my thing is, that's how I get the love. And even with you, I love you for why you get on my nerves. Right? I love you. On camera, my bad. Sorry. I forgot the camera. Yo, why? But I love you for real. Why? I wouldn't trade you for nothing. Why? I wouldn't trade you for nothing in the world. But
I get on your nerves. That's what you're
but why? You be going, it don't, yo, Evelyn, let me tell you what he do. This shit kills me.
Stop.
I be talking, trying to get my, low, stop. Just stop.
Right.
Stop like, I'm trying. But my thing is, it's a great rapport because like I tell why, man, we started something that was so dope. Me and TA and Ykim, I wouldn't trade him. I learned a lot from him. And Ykim is so genuine, man, we just so, it's just like, you know, he's the OG, he got the wisdom. I listen to him,
Let me just tell you
but
something.
I can't agree to him all the time.
Right. I just want to tell you, I'm glad you said it. You said love, respect, and he the OG. The OG for me now, I'm not no original gangster.
No, I'm not saying
I'm
that.
an original giver.
Ooh, he done switched the word.
Oh, I'm telling you what it is.
That wasn't really it, but I get what you're saying.
I'm an
Switch the
original
word.
giver. I'm giving y'all this wisdom right now through my guest Evelyn right here. She's a female. She's been in the system. She's telling you how it is. This is what you avoid. I teach you on the other shows about the law. I give you that. I work with the youth, 16 to 24. I give them my wisdom. The gangster shit is done. You feel me? Right? You agree?
But you know what? And that's women's problem though. That's you know, I tell Sexy Face all the time. I say, yo, Sexy Face, I don't care who tell you anything different. I'm gonna tell you this: you would get cheated on the rest of your life. Cause a man's nature is to wrong. We ain't gonna eventually cheat. That's on God. Now, would any man admit to it? Nah, cause they wanna make no, not me.
Okay.
Yeah, nigga, you gonna eventually cheat. Yeah.
Right.
But watch this. That don't mean it's over. Because a man can lay down with no feelings if you've been moving and still love his wife. A woman has to have attachment there before she give it out.
Okay, wait
So,
a minute. It's
I'm
not
talking-
the Lenny Green show.
No, it's not. But I'm talking
Right?
some shit right now.
Now you going.
Nah, I'm talking some
right.
shit.
That's the situation.
Nah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the Lawlibrary,
He would've kept my
we
shit
get ready to
on.
come back around. Right? We get ready to come back around to Miss Evelyn. We're going to wrap up tonight's episode. And here's the word to the wise. I don't care what nobody says. I'm telling you, crime is not paid for the criminal. It feeds a system that's unrelentless. It will chew you up and spit you out. It takes strength. It takes determination to survive that system, to come out. And this woman is telling you now she's working in construction, she's making good money, she's not into that nonsense and none of that. And she was victimized by the system. Myself, I ain't gonna call me a victim of the system because a lot of shit I did I was guilty of. But I paid my tab, and now my job is to try to pass down the wisdom that I have learned through years and years of criminal activity and haven't got nothing. I'm right back in South Jamaica. I don't live in Hollywood Hills. I don't live in Beverly Hills. I don't live in a mansion in Florida. right? So I'm right back here, right back there. It's like what's that fish that goes upstream that comes downstream and goes back? Salmon.
Oh, salmon, right.
Salmon. They born up there, they spawn, and they go down, and then when they get ready to croak, they go back upstream. Right?
Salmon, I don't know.
Yeah. So I'm back in South Jamaica, and I'm just giving you my wisdom as an original giver, Ykim, original giver. I have my friend here, Miss Evelyn. I got my director and the family right here, Polo. We at the spot where the food is good, vibes, live and vibes. Food is good here. The conversation was good here. I want to thank y'all for being with me. I'm going to let you go. We're coming back. We'll be back. As you know, I was heartbroken. I'm still heartbroken. I miss my brother. We have his repast here. His spirit is here right now with us. We love you, TA. And before we close out, we want to close the word for Ms. Evelyn and anything she want to comment.
Before closing word, I wanted to know what you were going to say about actual innocence.
What I was going to say about actual innocence between me and you is that the time limit, there isn't, right? In a situation where you have a document, I've read hundreds of thousands of pages in the last 30 years doing this paralegal work, going in and out of prison, working in Lawlibrary, state, federal, local, wherever, HDLC Center, wherever I was at. That verdict sheet and the facts don't matter.
Right.
Okay, don't matter. Now, even though you finish with supervision, correct? You finish the sentence, obviously. You could go back, and I told you this before we first met, and that was the whole point of us meeting. When I sat down and went through the case, I personally believe that if you get that issue before the United States District Judge, and any district, Eastern District, downtown Brooklyn, Southern District, Manhattan, in the Bronx, or wherever that's at, it's right there.
Right.
That conviction, it's void.
But if you claim actual innocence, can you appeal that decision? Like if you, like in my habeas corpus and I put in actual innocence, but I'm doing it for self. I'm not a lawyer. I didn't know what I was saying. Right. And the judge's response to it clearly shows that he didn't understand nothing I was trying to say.
That's a possibility.
Right.
That lets him off.
Okay. And then, but he cast a verdict to that, and he denied it. He denied that claim. Can it be appealed?
At this point in time, you haven't done it. It's time limit. It's statutory time limit.
Oh, right. So when you said there's no time limit to actual innocence, but you can't appeal actual innocence.
So it's no time limit.
Wait, stop.
Oh.
I can be no more. At the time, how, it depends on how it's raised. If it's raised in the initial appeal, the first step, right after sentencing and conviction, if it's raised then, let's say, where we at, September 6th, right? Excuse me, September 6th, you sentence in conviction. You know there's a claim that the shit went crazy at the jury, right? You got 30 days, you got till October 6th to appeal that. You put that in there. You send that up. When I say send it up, you send it up to the high court, right? Court of appeals. Then yeah, that's appealable at that time. But if you don't, and then you wait and you put it in post-conviction, after the direct appeal, then you still have a statutory time limit. Because otherwise people will be waking up. I've been in prison 20 years. Oh shit, I just thought of an issue. Let me appeal. No, you can't do this. Right? Because the courts will be flooded. It's not allowed. But if you raise it independently, you go back, post-conviction, now, actual innocent, and it wasn't in that stuff, or you didn't say it right where he didn't understand it, and you say actual innocent based on this case, blah, 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 now you can raise it. You don't get it?
I
It's
get
really
it.
complicated.
No, I
It's
get
really-
it, but, so you're saying that
It
I
is
raised
really
it, I
possible.
raised that issue in my habeas corpus, my last,
Actual innocent?
yes,
Oh, okay.
right. But remember, but I am doing it by myself, just me, right. And like I said, I put in a petition, whatever I wrote to the judge, whatever, it came back, they denied it. But in his response, reading his response, he said he didn't understand what I was saying. Amongst that, it showed from his response that he didn't understand what I was trying to say. But here, you denied it, but I can't appeal it.
No,
Or if
you
you're saying I could have, but it was a certain time limit.
It was.
Right. And so that time limit has passed.
Okay. See, now that's a Jew. I know differently. I guess you don't see. I know how to. Oh, so, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do is we're going to end this now. I'm not giving away that much free information to the public. I'll tell you how to do it afterwards. So, we're going to end this episode of Lawlibrary with our guest, Ms. Evelyn, having a bad allergy reaction, not blaming it on the dog, getting rid of the dog. It's not even a dog.
Yeah, that's like a little baby. I'm telling you,
That
man.
dog ain't no bigger than my foot.
Not that dog.
So we wrapping it up, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for spending time with us here at the Law Library. We love you.
Wow, before we leave, can you tell these people how to follow you?
You can follow me on YouTube. Punch in the Law Library with TA and Ykim. Also, you can find, I don't know.
Instagram.
And Instagram. It's on Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay. So we want to say, once again, peace.